Hey guys, 10th of August. Just some feedback. I've received no feedback yet from my reach into my network. A couple of things happened. I mentioned to you before that because of one or two of the phone calls that I made, certain meetings were set up. There's two things definitely in the pipeline. No solid feedback from those yet, but holding out for those. I keep on talking to those people, right? So keep the communication going. Had a couple of meetings, and I said to you on Friday I had yet another meeting. That is now developing into at least one, if not two, additional meetings following on that. So that was good. More phone calls made into the network resulted in yet another additional meeting for sometime next week, which is also something that I will further explore. So bottom line is there is things happening, but there's no solid feedback in terms of that yet. So I'll keep you posted on that one. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm learning this and figuring this out as I'm going. Today is mostly natural light in terms of this video recording. There's still one light up ahead, but mostly it's natural light. I'm just playing around with that a little bit. One other thing, if you are interested in making videos, that I did get as a tip initially, is that audio is really important. So I do have a proper good quality mic. That's the only thing you really need apart from your cell phone, and off you go. So focusing today on the critical couple of steps that you need to do when the pauper hits the fan, when you lose your job, when your contract ends, when that regular stream of income is cut off. The very first thing I would suggest is just breathe. Okay, it's an emotional hit, there's no doubt about it. Go have a look at my very first video that I recorded on the day when I got the news. So I shared those emotions with you. It really does feel like somebody punches you in the stomach, especially if it's not expected. So breathe, right? I would also suggest look at your mindset, because it is possible that you can immediately go into a downward spiral and go down a rabbit hole that says, this is terrible, this is the worst thing ever, this is going to last forever, and it's all because of me. That kind of thinking is not going to get you anywhere. It is most definitely not going to help you build on what you've already got. So look at mindset. I will share in an upcoming video what I'm busy with in terms of mindset. Critically important. Then the third thing I wanted to mention, just in terms of those short-term steps, would be define where you are in terms of financials, your network, your short-term options and plan, your next steps, specifically short, medium and long term, and obviously the shorter term steps. So see where you are from a financial perspective. Go have a look, see what does your budget look like. What are the mission critical expenses you have to have? If you have a bond to pay or something like that is absolutely not negotiable, you need to confirm those. So define for yourself the critical expenses on the budget. Determine your sources of funding, potential funding. Do you have savings? Can you, for example, go and claim on unemployment and things like that? What other potential sources of funding do you have? And then where could you potentially live more frugally? I'm saying live more frugally. I'm not saying stop living. I don't believe we should be doing that. So where's the opportunity for saving? That's just in terms of the financials. So I think short interval control from a financial perspective is really important in this transitory period. The next thing you could do, the fourth thing you could do, is tell everyone about this. Go into your network, tell family and friends, tell everybody that's willing to listen what your current situation is and that you are available in the market, right? So don't be shy about it, just share that with everybody. You never know where an opportunity can come from. Just a little story on that. My sister-in-law was in exactly the same situation as I am right now for a little bit longer than me, probably around about 6 weeks or so. And because she kept on talking about it, shared it with everybody, all of a sudden, out of the blue, she received a phone call with a job offer. And she's negotiated and taken that job, and she's starting next Monday. So anything can happen. Just keep yourself open to opportunity. Then the fifth thing you could do, if you can, claim from unemployment or some insurance fund or whatever you've got in place. So if you can do that, start doing that admin and do it in the critical first couple of days, because that's a process that could take long. Then, of course, logically, update your CV and your resume. Update all the other bits and pieces like your social profiles and things like that. Go and update your LinkedIn profile. Go and update all the other interfaces that you've got with the world out there. But most importantly, I would imagine, is the CV and the resume. You're going to use that as a tool. And then lastly, I just wanted to mention point number 7, look after yourself. You've got to physically, emotionally, And from a mindset perspective, look after yourself. This is not a time to mope. This is not a time to feel sorry for yourself. I think the first couple of hours, maybe the first day, allow yourself to feel all those emotions and really maybe go into a little bit of a negative state if you want, if you need that. But look after yourself. Keep on looking after the physical. Look at what you eat. Get enough sleep and just take care of yourself. So those are the 6 or 7 critical first steps I would suggest you do when the pawpaw hits the fan, when you get the news that the income has dried up. Tomorrow I'll talk about yet another step that we can take.